Where the problem comes in is when we go to subtracting negative numbers. Okay. And if you'll remember one rule, it will make your life so much easier. If you just always change subtraction to adding the opposite. So let me give you an example of what I mean. So let's say I have -7 minus -8. Okay, and we use the parentheses here just so we see both the minus sign and the negative sign so they don't end up blending together, right? Okay, and so what we do is if we just change it from subtraction to an addition problem, and we can do that, we can change this sign here to addition as long as we change the sign after it to the opposite. The opposite of -8 is +8. So in other words, if I just do this problem, I'll get the right answer for this first problem. This problem and this problem have the same answer. So this one is 1 because we already know how to do that one. We know how to add. Okay. And so anytime we're subtracting, we can change it. You'll hear me say it a lot. Add the opposite. I'll say add the opposite, add the opposite. And it just means to change that sign and then the opposite of the one after it. Okay. And then once it's an addition problem, you know what to do because you know those rules up there. Okay. Let me just show you another example so you can see. Like I'm going to do an easy problem like 10 minus 3. And I think probably all of you know that's 7, maybe. And if you don't, that's okay too. It's always, I like doing 10s because if you just put down the 3 fingers, you get the rest, right? That's your answer, 7. Okay, so we know that answer is 7. So let's just check this rule out. Any rules I give you, I want you to always check them out with easy numbers. So that's what we're doing here. We're checking it out. Check it out so that it makes sense in your mind, okay? So if I change that to add, what's the opposite of 3? -3, okay? And what is 10 plus -3? Well, if I have $10 and you come along and say, hey, you owe me $3. And I say, hey, I got it. I'll pay you off. What do I have left? I have 7. So you can see how subtracting 3 is the same thing as adding -3. And that might be a good little note to write down here. Pause it and write that down. Subtracting 3 is the same as adding -3. Subtracting -8 is the same thing as adding +8. That's what I want you to get about subtraction. Okay.